color spark with affinity. The tailor brush of creativity paints a rainbow made of snow. The Revontulet races and gleams like living colors born from dreams, and the colors dance and fly. The shimmer awakes the sky. The aurora enchanted glow, satellite, the artistic flow. The wind spirit knows that the art now flows, colorful like foxfires, full of the soul's desires. The foxtail paints the snow, the aurora enchanted glow, satellite, the artistic flow. The wind spirit knows that the art now flows, colorful like foxfires, full of the soul's desires. The foxtail paints the snow, the aurora enchanted glow, satellite, the artistic flow. Fox runs through dark nights, its fiery tail ignites the lights, green and violet, gold and blue, painting frozen skies anew. The sky a canvas of infinity, all colors spark with affinity. The tail a brush of creativity paints a rainbow made of snow. The Revontulet races and gleams like living colors born from dreams, and the colors dance and fly. The shimmer awakes the sky. The aurora enchanted glow, satellite, the artistic flow. The wind spirit knows that the art now flows, colorful like foxfires, full of the soul's desires. The foxtail paints the snow, the aurora enchanted glow, satellite, the artistic flow. The wind spirit knows that the art now flows, colorful like foxfires, full of the soul's desires. The foxtail paints the snow, the aurora enchanted glow, satellite, the art. Hello, hello. Welcome to the Foxland on this Saturday. Hi, View. Hi, Chris. Yes, Saturday. Oops, let me just. Sorry, it's gonna shake everything because there's a cord entangled on my boom arm. I'm trying to see. Yes, I think that's okay. Is that alright? Hopefully. Hello, Kim! Welcome to the Fox Den. So, let me get a sip of my drink. Let me see what's going on in chat. Yes, that's Fantasy World, Kim. And there's also a surprise. Well, it's not a surprise if anyone read the title or the description, actually. I've got the French version of Fantasy World. Is that what it's called? Yes, Fantasy World. I always confuse these names. And I'm trying to see what is the publisher for this one. Is l'édition de Saxe. Yes. It was printed. Let me see if I can show you here. This is the publisher. Kim recognized the page just by looking at it. It's printed in China. Hello, Char. Welcome to the Fox Den. How are you all today, by the way? So I'm not sure because here it says l'édition de Saxe, edisaxe.com, right? And here it says Better Day Books, which is the publisher, right? The original publisher. And now I'm curious. What do we have here? Oh, this is also printed in China. Oh gosh, why is this one not showing up so well? I think this is better. When is your page due, Kim? I'm not part of the first collaboration, only the second, so I don't know about that. All the deadlines and stuff for the first one. Oh, a week from today. Oh, yes. But are you nearly done or didn't even start or, where are you with that one? Let me see. Yeah, there's nothing here specifically. But I am curious to see if they behave the same. Image halfway covered, also haven't done the background. Oh, yes. Depending on what image it is, it's tricky, can be tricky. But if you have a plan and you know where you're going with it, I think it's you're halfway there, right? It feels a little bit different. Just a little bit. the color is also a little bit different. This is a bit lighter in tone. I don't think you can see it in the camera, but it is lighter in tone. The show has Paige and Mermaid. And this that I started, which for some reason is terrible in the camera. Let's see, add a bit of a filter here. Just adjusting things a little bit. Yeah, I think it's more. It's not correct still for some reason. I don't know why this color is not showing up. Could it be? No. It's also not that. Mm, yeah. Mm, nah, it's not the way I. Definitely not the way I thought it should go. Nope. Definitely not correct. Yes, I know, Chris. I know. I can see it. And I don't like it. Let's make it a little less bright. I fear. Nope. I fear we're not going to get. Yes, I almost just had it. Yes, I know. What the heck did I do? No, no. Let me put my hand here as a guide. Okay. Yeah, this is almost there. Kim says, do it based on your hand. Yes, I'm trying to do that now because the problem is it's completely. Yes, yes. I got that, Kim. I'm not quite so yellow. I am yellow, but not that yellow. Yes, the problem is if I do it the way my hand, then the thing will be almost invisible. Right, let's see. Okay, we're gonna leave it at that because I think that's the best I can do. Yes, Char. Looked like I didn't. It was not a 10. It was like I was sleeping in the sun for 3 days. That's what it looked like. Oh, goodness. Oh, goodness, Lord. So, now that we got that out of the way, I have been using these pencils. This is yellow ochre 10 and brown, and I had been using my sepia, which I have no idea what I did with it. Let me just get the other book out of the way for a moment. Actually, no, silly me. That's why I had it here, because I need this for this part. Where is my sepia? No, it wasn't sepia, was it? Oh, yes, it was sepia. Okay. a very creepy copper tone. It wasn't the beautiful copper skin that some people manage to get when they stay in the sun. Um, I'm testing my Holbeins, and I did 7 layers now, and I'm about to do an 8th layer. But I am very light-handed. Charles says, I got up super early, so I might fall into nap mode watching. Oh, don't worry, nap away. It's completely normal. In fact, I ate a lot in lunch today, more than I should have, and I get really sleepy after I eat a lot, especially when it's comfort food, which I definitely ate today. I ate ramen noodles today. I already forgot. I'm Chris is you're the only one who's not allowed to fall asleep during stream. Yes. Yes, I am aware. Oh no, again? That guy used to not drive by on Saturdays. It started about a month ago. There is a guy, and I think I already said that many times. It's kind of like the ice cream truck for you guys in US and I think in the UK as well. But it's a bakery truck. And oh gosh. And that's what happens every time this truck go by. My dog howls. He never barks, he never does anything other than chit chat with us like roar. But when the truck drives by, he howls. Oh gosh. I'm just waiting. Oh, I'm glad you don't hear the dog. Char says, one time I had antibiotics in my system. Do not read the label. Avoid sun exposures. Oh, yes. Yes. That can happen. I really hope you still don't hear it. Yeah. Oh, gosh. Here he goes. Oops, it's not that one. It's this one. This guy sells a baked, fried actually, kind of like a donut, just without the hole in the middle. But it has a filling, and I never once stopped the darn thing. My dog, every time the driver passes by, he just howls. And it's funny because it's the only time of the day and night that he howls. He never howls, except for this. Oh, he was rather tame this time. I did a review, I think it was a gouache review, and he howled like his life depended on it. And I was recording, and I was not going to be able to re record. I didn't have enough space in my hard drive. So there is a video of him howling to smithereens on my channel. Yes, I bet he will love the pastry. He is a little diva when it comes to food. Most of the time, I'm like, here it is, eat your food. And then he stares, looking at me like, this? You peasant. This is not food for me. I want something else. And sometimes he would even do a strike, a hunger strike. So, coloring view, if you are here, come on, show yourself up. Oh my gosh, even Charles says my skin just turned, and my hair with the sun rested was Kool-Aid purple red. Oh, that was lucky in so because I I had an issue like this with antibiotics once, and it wasn't like a rare antibiotic. I had taken it before and I never had an issue. Oh, this spot is a pain in the butt. It's right on the corner and my pencil keeps sliding. But so far, my Hobanes seem to be working fine. So I don't have any issues with it at the moment. So that's a good thing. I mean, is it the best performance for my Hobanes? No, but it feels pretty good still nonetheless. Cha, I had a situation similar to yours, but mine, it's called pharmacodermatosis? Pharmacodermia? I don't remember. But um, I started to turn red and I was in the sun as well. We were doing an event. It was back in uni. And we were doing this, it's like a fair for, um, to make people aware of chronic illness, you know, alterations in blood pressure and stuff like that. So we had a tent in the middle of the it was downtown, in the middle of a small plaza downtown. And when um, about like I think it wasn't even that long. It was like 40 minutes after I was in the tent in the heat because it was late spring, almost summer. And oh my gosh, dear Lord. Everyone was saying, "You always look red," because my cheeks always get super red on the heat. I sweat a lot. I get really flushed. So most people around me, they were used to it. But everyone was saying, "You look really red." I was like, "Guys, you know I'm always red and sweaty and a bit hot in the summer or late spring." And everyone, no, you're not understanding what we mean. We mean you are red. It's not just your kind of red. You are super red. They're like, okay, fine, I'll check it. And then a friend of mine turned her phone and turned on the camera, and so I could see what it was like. And my face was everything red and a bit swollen. And I was feeling a bit tingly. And I was like, what is this? And as soon as my professor at unit, the one who was supervising our fair that day, he said, "You are going home or to the hospital or wherever, but you're not staying here. I can't let you stay here. Look at yourself." And I was like, "Okay, fine." And I went to the ER. As soon as I got there, they immediately said I was having an allergic reaction, but then they paged Derma because I told them I have psoriasis, I have a dermatological condition, so it could be just that. Let me see. Hi, Millie. Hello. Welcome to the Fox Den. And I was like, I have a dermatological condition already. Maybe that's what it is. It just flared up the condition. So they paged derma. Then the dermatologist came down and he looked at me and said, "Are you taking an antibiotic right now?" I was like, "Yes." And then he asked, "Is this antibiotic called yada yada?" I do not remember the name. And I was like, "Yes. How do you know?" And he was like, "Well, you're having a pharmacodynamical demo reaction or something." And he said, "This is not an allergy. This is the way the chemicals can react to sun exposure, and they can inflame your body. And it is similar to it behaves similar to an allergy, but it's not really an allergy. It's not something that will close up your trachea and you stop breathing or anything like it. But you will feel like you had a rash in the next couple days." Because that's how the chemical reacts, and it will eventually start releasing a lot of histamines and any other substance that will make you itchy. He explained in detail the physiological process. It's called pharmacodermia. Pharmacodermical reaction is a dermatological reaction to on your skin. But I was like, I didn't even know that existed. And then the doctor said, "Well, at least it's not your psoriasis flaring up, so you won't need to take immunosuppressant medications or anything of the sort. You just need we're going to give you medication. It is an anti-allergic, antihistaminic medication, but it's just for the itching because pharmacodermical. Yes, that's. Oh, you just like hearing me say it. All right." um, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, okay, fine." And then he, in fact, was the hospital from the university I was attending to at the time, so they knew who I was. You know, they knew I was a physiotherapy student, and they knew that I would understand what they were talking about. You know, the physiological principles and everything. So they explained it to me. They gave me medication, and he said, "This is going to leave you really, really drowsy. So just go home, lay down, and for 3 days, no sun for you." I don't know. It was like, I cannot even believe this. And then he later told me that it could also have been a combo of medication because they gave me an anti inflammatory and they also gave me an antibiotic. And he said either one of those, I don't even remember why I needed it for. But I know I was taking two medications, and he said that those two could combine also be the one that caused the reaction, not just one. But he said that most commonly the culprit is the antibiotic. Hi, Niv. Welcome to the Foxton. Let me. It's funny, it's supposed to be cold here today, but about 40 minutes ago, I had a hot flash, and it was so. I was like, oh gosh, I basically took all of my clothes off, and I was like, this is too hot. I can't take it. And then all of a sudden, I was feeling cold after about 20 minutes of sweating like a pig. And then I was like, okay, now I'm feeling cold. And then I took a shower, changed my clothes. Drug-induced photosensitivity, phototoxicity. The reason you tan without burning is that your skin melanin responds aggressively to the heightened UV damage, resulting in dark, strange, colored patches without initial redness or sunburn. think I'm going to. Oops, sorry, sorry. I whacked the camera. I apologize. Trying to change the temperature. No. Because maybe that will help. And change the temperature of my light. Yeah, actually, this made it much better. Let me see my hand if it's not too weird. Oh, now my hand is weird. Oh, on it. Okay, fine, I'll make it cool again. Yeah, so be it. Millie says, trying to decide what color. Charles says, my mixed bloodlines, you never know what you get. Well, in Brazil, that's actually a real challenge. Because, let me see. Nope, nope. Is this better? Okay. It's still not good. I'm really not happy with this. Okay. Yeah, it's decent enough, I think. The scribble doodle. Just make it out of loopy swirling zigzags and colored shapes to see. That's actually pretty fun to do, Char. I usually find it fun, at least. Try to bring it a little down. You have too many things on the go, Millie. Oh, choice paralysis. Okay. That is completely understandable. Well, you can always ask um is that those websites that you can put things into kind of like roulette or a random number generator? So you can number your pages, I don't know, 1 to 10, and then ask the generator to choose it. Millie asks, what book is this? Yes, this is Emily's new one, and I have two versions of it. I have this one, the regular one. Yes. And I have the French version one. Auntie Chris says stack them up and cut the deck. I did want to test them to see if they react the same. However, I did make a poor choice in object here. Which I am slightly upset about. I had ordered the original one, the English version, when it first came out for pre-order. And then a friend of mine, and she usually brings stuff from overseas. She was like, I'm gonna bring a bunch of French books. And I'm bringing two called Royaume Fantastique. Do you want them? And I did not realize that she was talking about the same book. And I was like, yeah, you know what? I don't know that book. I don't have anyone that's called that way, so it's probably a book by Emily that I don't have, because she did mention it was Emily. And silly me did not realize that it was the same book. And then when she sent me the book, I was like, oh, this is so lovely. And I was like, wait a second. I have that book. I've had them for a while. But oh well, since I have it, I might as well test it. And I was like, okay, let's not be too mad about it. I think pretty much everyone I know probably has this book by now anyway. And I hate this. I hate when I do that, when I accidentally buy two of the same thing, thinking they are different. Because it's different if you bought two because you want to have two, even though I was going to say I don't have any aside from this one, but I do. I have Animorphia. I have two or three Animorphias, but I completely. The first one was a collector's edition I bought from the UK of Animorphia. So it's hardcover, really pretty, but it was used. But it said it was in mint condition. I even got in touch on the questions and asked if it was, if it had been colored before, yada yada. And they said it's in mint condition. I was like, oh, awesome. Okay, so I purchased it. As soon as it arrived, it was colored. It's 80% colored, the whole book. And I was really upset. I complained to Amazon about it because it was sold made through Amazon. And they reimbursed me, but they did not want the book back. So now I have two versions. And back in the day, when I first fell in love with Kirby books, in Brazil I could not find them. And at the time, Animorphia was also really hard to find in the United States for a while. But I did find them in China, so I bought the Chinese version. And I got it. But the Chinese version is actually different, very different. I need my clip. Hold on. Mm, actually, I think this one would be enough. But the Chinese version is a poster version. Is not there is no binding or glue. It's like a package with all of the sheets loose. And initially, I thought this is genius because there are tons of double page spreads, and it's not wrong, but I don't know, something about it. I like it. And the paper is not super great. It's okay. It's not the best one, but it's not bad either. I need a black, and usually I just use my black from polychromos, but because I'm testing Holbein, I'm going to use this. I'm gonna sharpen, so watch your ears if you're near birds. But I actually like how this is going. Let me see. Let me catch up with the chat. Millie says the community does love paper comparisons. Yes, I figure since I have the book, I might as well compare, especially because I didn't see anyone talking about the French version yet. Um, Kim says, I'm going to end up with 2 mythographic Alice in Wonderland books. I do not want to take a chance that one pre-order will get screwed. Oh, you pre-ordered 2? That's called being super duper prepared, Kim. Um, let's say Millie's laughing, and they say, "Man, I can't wait to see the flip throughs from the Alice mythographic." You know, I'm not sure I'm going to get that one. I'm waiting. I'm waiting to see flip throughs, see if I will order them or not. I don't know yet. Oh, you had issues with the Fantasy World pre-order. Wait, they lost your book? I had issues with Amazon losing my book, but I never had a that happened with a pre-order before. Um. Oh, hello, Mandy. Welcome to the Fox Den. I'm glad you found me. Let's color something together today. Wait, Kim, which group? I lost something. Oh, the group for mythographic. I am in only one mythographic group, and it's Dragonspell because it's one of my favorite mythographics. But for some reason, I never seem to finish a page in that book. Mythographics are so difficult for me, and it's not. It's funny because Kirby doesn't feel that difficult to me, and one of the reasons I like mythographic is because they are very Kirby-like. As in, most of the time, the shadows are placed for you. The drawing is complex and beautiful, but not too repetitive or weird. Hold up, let me catch up. I'm trying to catch up with chat. Hold up, but it's scrolled, so now I'm like, where is it? Uh, oh, Charles says I'll trade some of my color. Oh, wait, I lost another part. If you feel have too many of one book, Char, you talking to me or Kim or Chris or people in chat or everyone? Millie, you need more coffee? Where are you exactly? I mean, is it like nighttime over there for you? My pre-order was from Amazon too, Kim, and it arrived a month before it said it would. It arrived in the last week of April, I think. It's supposed to arrive in March 22nd, May 22nd. So you cancel the order with them and order from Barnes& and Noble. Oh, it's definitely. Oh, you're not the only one, Millie. I get too. Really sleepy. In fact, I was so sleepy before the stream started. Still am a little bit. That's why I'm a bit slow today. My first Barnes& and Noble package arrived. What? Oh my god! My first Barnes& and Noble package arrived crushed, taped together, and without the book. Oh my gosh! Well, I do know that in the United States, they just put the package in your yard, right? That's kind of how they do it. Because here in Brazil, that's not allowed. They can't just do that. I mean, if it's a private delivery service, they They can do that. They can slide through the gate of your yard and leave you that, but the mail, the national mail, kind of like US Postal Service, but the Brazilian version, which is just called post mail, just and here they have to make sure someone is home, and you have to sign for every receive any package you receive. The package had gotten damaged along the way, and the mailman put it in the mail slot. Had been stamped delivered without content by USPS. And the landlord had to get it from the tenant, which the delivery person took a picture of the door they wrongly delivered to. Oh my gosh. Here we usually don't have issues like that. It's really rare. The only time I ever had issues with that was with Amazon, because Amazon does not use Brazilian Post as their delivery. They use a third party. And when they came to Brazil, I think they ended up um, probably they ended up hiring a third party, and I don't think they managed to handle. I think they had no idea that the volume would be so large, because it is really I'm going to move the camera just a little bit. Just a little bit up. Oops. No, not like that. Like this. Yes. Yeah, better that way. Okay. So then I got Barnes& Noble and replaced it, of course. They said it. Char, where you at in the world? Are you in UK or US? And I'm assuming because, well, we could be anywhere in the world. This is absurd. Oh my gosh, it's so absurd. But these situations make me think: was the package lost, as in someone deliberately posted with no contact because they did not have it? Oh yes, Char, you are the one that got this huge farm in Arkansas, aren't you? I remember there was someone who had a huge, don't even remember how large, but it was humongous of a piece of land, isn't it? Or maybe I'm getting it wrong. I don't trust my memory enough to say that for sure. And I'm not doing any fancy coloring, I'm just applying color. And I will try to kind of burnish to see what happens. Yeah, I mean, Barnes& and Noble doesn't sound like the type of company that would do that. I bought and I paid a lot of money. I paid the equivalent to 80 euros, which would be 600 Brazilian reais, I think. And that was ridiculous expensive, but it was Spirit Animals, which is my dream book, my holy grail, and I found it, and it was a Dutch version, and I bought it. Well, it never arrived. Obviously, I did complain to Amazon, and luckily for me, Amazon didn't blink an eye before returning my money because I had issues with Amazon about they accepting my complaint. Although the times they did not accept it was about damaged goods, not something not arriving. I will send a bunch of books to Auntie Chris Jar, and if she decides there's any of them that she does not want, um, all of them are used though, and some of them had one or two color pages in them, just so you know. Because I bought a full box again in my quest to find spirit animals by Hannah Kazan. I had bought a closed book of Hannah Kazan, a closed box of full of Hannah Kazan books, and I was hoping that that it would be spirit animals would be amongst them because the person didn't know how. The person said, It's a closed book. It used to belong to my daughter or niece or something. She doesn't want them anymore, and she's not gonna come pick it up, so I'm just selling it. And it's all closed. I don't want to mess with it. You know, it's there if you want to grab it." And I did. Um. Oh no, Chris, not yet, not yet. I did not post any of that yet because I was focusing on sending first Maria's and Annika's stuff because that's Europe, and probably early July I'll be able to send them. But I will get the specifics with you when I get the approximate date. I will ship them to you because most days here post work and reduce hours. We call them the same as bank hours. So most of the time I'm at work at that time. So that's why I need to figure out a day and also, of course, wait for paychecks because you know. Oh, speaking of that, I got so happy. I never look at any stats on YouTube. Never. Because those things, they tend to make me nervous and anxious. Like, what if I lost a subscriber or something, you know? Or, I don't know, I would just get nervous. Like, what did I do? Oh my God, I would get completely anxious and up in my head about it. So I deliberately don't look at those things. And then my boyfriend yesterday dropped by here. He stopped by the grocery store and got me some stuff. And he said, "Did you notice you passed 500 subscribers?" And I was like, "What? No, I did not. Last time that you told me about it, I was like in 350 or something." And he's like, "No, you kind of almost doubled that." I was like, "No way." And I went to look and I have 600 something subscribers. And I was like, "Oh my God. Amy, you're here. And you're lurking. Lurk away, dear. But, oh, I'm so glad you're here. Thank you so much." And I was like, "Really?" And then I rushed to my YouTube Studio app to check, and I was like, "Oh my God, I'm so happy!" And I was like, "Oh gosh, I didn't even do a celebration or a post thanking everyone, and I need to get on doing that. I'll probably do that tomorrow because I had no idea." It was like, "Oh my gosh!" And then he was like, "You have to check those things." I was like, "But I don't want to psych myself out. I will be completely nervous about it." I said, "That's why you do it." And he was like, "But I cannot see your what is that he said that YouTube makes a graphic about what people like of your channel, you know, things are most watched and all that." I don't know how to look at any of that. I don't know how to read those graphics. I mean, I okay, granted, I didn't sit with the graphics to try to read them, but I usually don't look at it. And then I was like, okay, maybe I should, but I don't know. I don't want to get super psyched up about that. Oh, you finally got it, Jar? You know, getting the your income, right? You did mention that to us a while back. Hold up. Um, let me see. I lost stuff in chat. Hold on. Millie, UPS lost my Amazon Japan. Instead of owning it, they say, nah, you gotta contact Amazon Japan. Did you get that sorted, Millie? I mean, because Amazon Japan, I think they will probably just refund you a certain amount, if I remember correctly. You know, and if your order was above that, they usually do not reimburse. At least that's what happened with a friend of mine. Let me see. Most of us will locate after apartment number and give it. I'm the USA. Yes, okay. I saw that. I don't think. Yes, okay. It was appreciated. Would be months before we can put. Okay, shipping in general. Yes, Millie, I agree with you. Shipping has been an absolute load of garbage ever since the pandemics. I moved to the family land. We were trying to place so some of our community that travels because many times the travel routes cross our cancers. Kim says I have had some serious book issues. Left my copy of Dream Voyage by Mempomani in the pouring rain, even though I have a covered porch. Yes, this happened to me. I have a covered porch, and they should have given me a warning that they were coming by, so I would actually be home because I was at work, but back then my work was literally half a block away from the house, so I could literally just walk. My clinic was in the same street, in the same block, just in the other side of the street, in like half a block of in walking distance, you know. And it was raining as heck, and they just threw into my mailbox. But they did not realize that the mailbox doesn't close with that large of a packaging. It was a Stratton Peterson book, so it was A4 and it doesn't fit inside my mailbox. So the mailbox was left open, and of course, when I got home, about 2 hours, the book was swimming in water. It was a pool of water inside the mailbox. And it's my only Stratton Peterson book. I was really upset that this happened. And this is the one that I could not place a complaint because this book was kind of considered lost in the mail, but they also did not reimburse me. Amazon, I mean. And I tried to contact them, but now it's just a bot, and they wanted me to tell exactly how much time after the estimated arrival. And it just I didn't know because they had considered the package damaged and that would not be delivered, and I should see reimbursement soon, and the reimbursement never arrived. And then about 3 months after that, then I lost it. Then the transport company delivered, and poorly delivered because they soaked my book. And I did notice that before, when they lost it, it was called one company that should be delivering because they gave you a tracking number for that. And after a while, they considered it lost, they did not reimburse me, and they not only did not reimburse me, when it arrived with a tag from a different company. So I was telling that I think what happened is they hired a company that had no idea the volume would be so large. They could not handle. They made a mess, and eventually, I think Amazon hired another company to take over the delivery, and many things were later delivered, but by a different company altogether. Let me check. How's chat doing? Um. Oh, thank you, Chris. Thank you, Kim. Uh, Millie says it got sorted, replaced. Just didn't appreciate UPS handling it off to the shipper. It was clearly tracked all the way to the East Coast. Yes, it's funny. It's like these companies have no accountability anymore, right? They can just point finger to the shipper and the shipper be damned. Kim says also ordered bunnies and wagons from Amazon. New book was clearly used and had been returned. One of the pages had a waffle pattern indentation. Oh my god! Ugh! I hate the smell of MJ. Absolutely hate. Yes, Chris. But when I lived in the US, yes, I had Prime, and I would expect them to deliver a certain date, and they never did. It was usually the next day over, so I never complained. But in Brazil, even I have Prime in Brazil, but they never say they would deliver in 24 hours. Never. Usually, it's 3 days, and sometimes it delays still, but it's usually the next day over as well. But it's not even an option offered. They don't even say that they could deliver 24 hours. And I understand because in Brazil, transport is mainly done by road, and their warehouses are usually in the main largest cities, the most famous like Rio and Sao Paulo. And that is 500 kilometers away. Sao Paulo and Rio is like 700. So it's really far. So I would not expect them to be able to deliver that fast. And if it is by plane, um, my city has an airport, but although it is an international airport, our weather is iffy. It's kind of like London. They say it will be sunny, but it rains half the day, and then you have sun for like 1 hour, or you have all seasons in one single day. That's how my city is, and sometimes because of that, the weather just turns badly, and then a lot of planes and flights are cancelled and stuff like that. So I imagine that's why here in Brazil they don't even bother offering 24-hour delivery or next day delivery. Kim says, I am currently battling FedEx. They paid tariffs on the Nine Music order. There are no tariffs on books, and now they are trying to collect the tariffs back plus a $15 processing fee. Yes, and this is not only, I know it's new to the US, but this is very common everywhere around the world, except for the tax, the fees you mentioned, the import fees, right? Because most countries' books are exempt from fees, and I imagine US as well. But I do remember that when I had to call them to sort out an issue because I was not finding the tracking that they had given me, and they had first emailed me, but then they asked if I could call them so we can sort it out, and I did. I don't think they have nowadays anymore a number, but it's been a while. And they sent me the number. I called them. It was like a kind of like a Zoom call, sort of, but by phone, by the using our SIM card chip, you know. But it's a free call, and they spoke to me, and they even explained that in the United States they were having a lot of issues with fees, and they had tried to speak and make an agreement with FedEx, USPS, and another company. I don't know if it was USPS or just UPS, but the guy did mention that this was an ongoing problem with over a dozen of their clients, and to the point that in the beginning, when I spoke to him, he said that they were even telling these countries that they would recommend not to buy from them if possible, find a local alternative if they could, and if you can't, then you should like expect to pay these fees. And but the processing fee is something that is common. It's common in Canada. It's common here. We have processing fees, even though books are not taxed. And it's a flat fee. It doesn't matter if you bought something that is 90 cents or $5 or $100. It will be $15 fee. Hi, Adri. Oh, my dear. Hello. I'm glad you're here. Yes, Millie summed it up perfectly. We're talking about delivery issues, all kinds of horror story. Well, here in my country, in Brazil, Kim, we pay the fee, the tariff, and we apply for a reimbursement. And then when if they did apply a fee for something that is exempt, they will reimburse you. Oh, I agree with you, Chris. Chris says, I wouldn't care if Amazon didn't promise in the first place. I don't like to leave packages on the port, so when they say we'll be here, wait for it. Then they email 30 minutes after they promised. The promised time saying, sorry, will be tomorrow. Well, thanks for wasting my time, Amazon. Yes, I agree, especially here, because here we cannot wait and people leave it in the porch if it is the regular mail. They go to your house, they ring the doorbell, they deliver to you in hands. And if you're not there, they do 3 attempts, and if in the third attempt you are not, you still don't are not home to receive it, they will take to the distribution center in the post, and you have to go pick it up in the post. Yeah, thanks Bezos for being a pain in the butt. Speaking of that, and it's a completely different rant, but does anyone here have I cannot say the name because I'm going to activate the little bitch, but the Echo device from Amazon? If you need to look, Audrey, to edit your stuff, go away and look. I mean, go ahead and look. Don't go away. Stay here with me. Make me company. Yes, exactly, Mandy. That one that I cannot say the name because otherwise you start beaming with light. And the little biatch is going to start saying that she cannot help me because apparently she's super dumb. I have it and I've had it for years, but I swear to you it's getting dumber. Because I usually use just for home automation, not to turn on the lights before I get in the house, and I program to turn on the lights after sundown, and then it should check the weather skill app, and it should turn on the lights as soon as the sun goes down, so my pets are not completely in the dark when I'm out for work. And I was like, and it was working fine. And then the other day, I just told her, I gave her the command, mm, you, la la la, just turn on the porch lights. And she was like, I'm sorry, that doesn't exist. And I was like, what? I was like, nah. What do you mean it's not? It's been programmed into you ever since you came into this house. I was so mad. And I had to redo absolutely everything. I reset, factory reset everything, re-updated everything, reactivated all the skills, and okay, it was working fine. And then 3 days later, there it was again. The Porsche doesn't exist. I was like, what? The Porsche doesn't exist? Of course it exists. What are you going on about? And I was like, I don't believe it. Not the kind of thing that should happen. Kim says, I keep asking questions, refuses to ask. Oh, really? Oh, to answer. Yes, okay. I did understand that though. It's really interesting when you start asking questions about Jeff Bezos. Oh, I never tried that. Charles says my phone has Gemini and suddenly tell me that it has suggestions for so to go stalking about, even though he didn't use it. You would yes, and uh, I don't know. Yes, I will be the Chris. I'm gonna need your help because I completely forgot the word for it in English. Is when you are going to be? Is it made of honor? There's the best men. No, it's not made of honor. There's the best men, and there is what for people that are going to get married? I have no idea. I completely forgot. My brain is definitely not braining today. Definitely English is not Englishing. It should be. Maid of honor. Yes, okay. I thought maid of honor was the little kid that carries the flower thing. But anyway, I am going to be a maid of honor for a friend of mine. And I went to sleep in her house for a girly sleepover. We went wedding dress hunting. She found the dress of her life. Bridesmaid. Yes, bridesmaid. Exactly. That's it. It's the bridesmaid, isn't it? No, I don't know. It's one of those things. I'm sure you all speak English better than me, so you all know what I'm talking about. And we went there and yada yada. She was telling me all of the things, about her plans. And all of a sudden, when I got home the next day, I went on Saturday night and I came back home Sunday night. And I went to check my phone because I barely checked it all day. And there he was. Oh, look for your wedding venue here. Oh, are you looking for um oh yes, maid of honor is the main bridesmaid. I did not even know there was a main bridesmaid. Great. Well, I don't think they have a main one here in Brazil. I think it's just a bunch of bridesmaids. But anyway, and then all of a sudden my Instagram and absolutely everything was showing me wedding venues, wedding buffets, and whatever else, even churches for you to get married on, and um, people that will perform your ceremony, and rings. And I was like, I'm just a bridesmaid. Instagram, stop. Oh, absolutely positive of that, Millie. I'm sure they watch it. I'm a little off screen, I've noticed. Okay. I like how this is. I don't want to burnish though. This no, this is the white. Where is my blusher? Not my blusher, my blender. I thought it was here. Am I going crazy? Oh, here. I need to clean up. Just grab me a piece of paper here on the side. Clean up my blender pencil because it has a bunch of blue in it. Maid of honor is the main bridesmaid. Millie. Oh yeah, big thing. Yes. Mandy says, "Hey Lucy, did you know there's a movie called Lucy?" Yes, and it's with Scarlett Joe, right? Scarlett Johansson, and I think she's a computer, or she absorbs a computer in her head, and she becomes a some type of cyborg, and then eventually she becomes absorbed by the internet or something. Yes, I remember that one. In fact, I only went to watch it because it had my name on it. I was like, okay, I'm officially curious. I want to know what the whole thing is about. Oh, it blends wonderfully. Okay, hoping I'll officially approve on the English edition of Fantasy World. Yes, exactly. Just Beyond Evolution. I'm not really good at remembering movies. I mean, the whole plot of things. But I remembered when I watched it, I liked it. But it's funny because I went to watch not knowing what it would be about. I just said, "Well, I don't care. It's got my name on it. I want to go watch it," and I did, and and I did like it. But it was quite surprising for me because I went in quite blind on that one, and I really liked that one as well. And I'm not super keen on movies like that most of the time, but I did like that one. I thought it was a novel enough concept. Bear just arrived. His no made an appearance. He was howling. Yes, for the whole time. So Bear's taken Snow for a walk. He's also taken his mom's dogs for a walk alongside. Do you like or know of Disney Descendants? Um I know of them, and I think I watched. Was it a movie or a TV show? It was just playing on screen when I was at a doctor's appointment, and I did watch a good chunk of it. Yeah, I did not know if it was a movie because I caught the whole thing on the move, but I do remember one of them was son or niece or nephew or something of Cruella. One of them, and one of them was also Maleficent's daughter or something. I remember that, but again, I don't. I didn't watch the entire thing because it was just while I was in the waiting room, but I watched a good chunk of it. But I do not remember any names. And I caught the whole thing halfway through, so it took me a while to realize it. In fact, that it was a Disney thing. But there was a kid next to me sitting with her mom, and she was saying, "Oh, see, that's Cruella's son, I think." And I was like, "Cruella, as in the Dalmatians?" And she was like, explaining her mom things. That's how I know a few things because I caught the information. But barely, really, just barely. I don't claim to know much about it at all. Is there a Lucy there too, Mandy? Because I would like to know that. I do know that there is a song by Beatles, and there is Lucy in the Sky of Diamonds. And there's also one that is Lucille, which was the inspiration for my great aunt, great aunt, something. I don't know. I'm really bad with the. She was my grandmother's aunt. So she was my great great aunt? I think so. Oh. Hello, Jeanette. Welcome to the Fox Den. Yes, go play with the kids and the adult kids too. So glad you dropped by. Well, I actually really liked how the Hobart performed. Audrey, if you're there and if you're listening, this is me using Hobart on Fantasy World. There's a fifth movie. Well, wait, there are five movies? Oh my gosh, that thing is what, a franchise? It's I thought it was like one movie. I have no idea which movie it is I watched. I have no clue. I have no idea. But I've been really out of the loop for all of these, in fact. So I cannot say I would know no matter what. So this is Holbein, and I will get, but I will not do the whole thing this time. And this is the French version. Adri, if you're there, this is the French version of the book. It is printed in China. And it feels a little bit different. The paper, I mean. Oh, Kids of Alice in Wonderland. Oh, yes, you did mention that to me, Jeanette. Adri, the Hobites are approved for this book. Jeanette said the twins 3 tomorrow, Hubby 72, house full at the moment. Yes. You did mention that the twins and your husband, they all have birthdays in the same day, right? So that's why you're making a all-encompassing party. Oh yes, Villain Kids. No, Audrey, it was on Fantasy World. But I did use, because I noticed it was hard to fill the tooth of the paper, I did use a blender pencil with it. This is the current art version, but it could be any blender. I just like this one because it's a bit softer. But I really like the Rembrandt Splendor Blender. I like it even better than this one. I just have no idea what I put it. Adri, this is the French version. And I liked it better because I like the fact that it does not have the purple rim. Because as much as I like these, I find them beautiful, these purple stripes. I do think they wear off fast, just like my Fairy Tales of Folklore. I don't even use my Fairy Tale Folklores that much, but I did felt like they started to scratch off or wear off. Um, Mine definitely did not. Let me even try to show you really close. Let me get my Holbein here, and I'm going to try to show really close. Splendid Blender is a pencil blender, just like the current Artful Blender or the regular pencil blender, but it's by Lyra. And I found it worked really well. I don't feel it's like it's bad or in any way. I mean, I did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then I did the ochre, so there would be 10 layers. Let me add the ochre one here. And the blender, so I'm gonna add a B. Oh, don't worry, Audrey. I think I know what you mean, and tag me away. I was mentioned in a video by Pauline today, but she posted right when I was about to. Yeah, you know what? I did not test that, Kim. You know what? I'm going to test it right now. Let me just find my blender. You found it. Let's see how that goes. Sorry, I don't want to make everyone dizzy, but it's the only way I can do this close to the camera. Oh, it actually works really well. I agree, Kim. Let me clean up. Let me try here. It will break down the blender though, because the blender is the waxy coat in it. I thought it would be much worse, the Holbein here, but it's not. I actually quite like it. Yeah, it worked. Actually, it worked really well too. I'm impressed. I'm officially impressed. I rarely use the alcohol marker for this. Rarely ever. Audrey, if you're there, you tested Super Soft, you tested Prismacolors, you tested Polychromos. What else did you test there on these books? I use a pencil stump dipped in the alcohol. It worked well. Yes, it does work really well. I like using, but I don't. Typically for pencils, I usually use Gamsol or any odorless mineral spirits. And I mean any because in Brazil we don't have Gamsol. And also I could not travel with Gamsol. Gamsol is not allowed on a plane, so I had to. I'm trying to get to my thingy, which I don't know if I can, with my solvent. I'm going to have to move your wall. I apologize. You. You were not meant to be this far away from me, but because of my cats, I've been hiding it. Okay. Spirit of Firebrand, Hobine's Color, Prismacolor. Pablo's, Luminance, Woomis, Chromaflows, and all those I can't remember. They were 12. Okay. I have here Derwent Artists, and I will try something. Um, I think you did not. Before I start the French one, let me try here the Derwent Artists just to make sure. Oh, I think it was with you, Kim, that I was talking about in Jess live stream. Hi, Yolanda. Welcome to the Fox Den. And this is what I do with my pencils. I make them stickers with the name as large as I can make them, which is not too large, but is usually larger than the one that's in here on the barrel. And I color them and stick them in on the bottom. What I also do is these. Let me see if I can get it out of the excessive light. I make them like this, and I color them and stick them here. I already used this one was done with hot glue, was glued with hot glue. But there are the other ones, the newer ones, I'm doing with double-sided tape, and I put the double-sided tape on the elastic. Let me get I want to kind of like a robin's egg blue, which would be kingfisher blue, I believe, and turquoise blue. And I like these, but I have a bit of an issue with some of these pencils because they're not consistent. Some feel great, some don't. I have a I still when I talk about you, Yolanda, I always call you by the coloring biker mama Monica still. But I know you changed your name. I just keep forgetting what the new name is. Um No, but I actually like coloring gaming mama. I don't know, it sounds better for some reason. It sounds I don't know. It just sounds nice. Can anyone recommend an electric sharpener? Chris, you want an electric one? I'll recommend you one because this one fits everything. And then I need to test just to make sure I'm not saying nonsense. Hi, Gail. Yeah, mine is a Tenwin. I got it on AliExpress. And it's this version that is kind of long. And it's supposed to fit all the way to 14mm pencil, I think. Yes, Annika has a Jupiter Earth version because her other one broke, but I think her other one was an Athmat, was the one that broke. And I have right here a Derwent drawing. This is oh goodness, come on, camera focus, please. Yeah, this is Olive Earth. And it needs a bit of a sharpen, so there it is. What I like about mine, and I do not know about the Jupiter because I looked at it, but yeah, it's USB-C chargeable, and I like it a lot because of this. And it lasts a long time. It's like once a month that I use it. Twice a month if I'm doing something really pencil intensive. This is pretty nice. I really recommend this one. It's my favorite. My boyfriend bought one for his mom. She doesn't do anything extensive with it, but it was her dream to have an electric one. And I said, no, give her one just like mine. Oh, Chris, I have no freaking clue because I carry it around. I go to art class on Mondays or Fridays, depending on the week, and I usually carry it with me, so I never try to keep it plug it in all day. Can I keep it in there and sharpen it? Let's see. Yes, you can keep it plugged in all times if you want, because it works. Well, speaking of which, I'm gonna sharpen. Cover your ears, everyone. There, here it is. I'm going to test them here. You didn't test the drawings, I think, did you? Audrey, let me see if I find it here again. Bubbles, luminous, chroma flows in orders that I can't remember. Okay. And speaking of which, let me check. Oh, one thing I liked about my 10 win is that I can buy the replacement blades. When I bought it, I already bought one replacement blade alongside. Me- No, it's not what I want. Oh, Chris, I did. I tried. I do not recommend. Okay, Kim. The link I just put here is a shortened link for the AliExpress for the 10 win if anyone is interested. But I do remember that Annika really liked the Jupiter Earth, and if you can get the link, Chris, you can paste Char's link here on the chat for everyone if they are interested. They're hard to spell one, Jeanette. Which ones are those? Ah, Superior Farben, you mean? They are they're very similar to the Cezanne pencils. I think they are the same pencils, I would risk saying. I'm not going to say they are because I don't have the Superior Farben, but I used to have the Cezanne, and they were identical. And I do remember Lindsay from Lindsay the Frugal Crafter, she did compare them, and I think she also concluded they were identical. I do have, let's check. Let's see what else I've got. Yes, Mandy, I've got color pencils. I just got them, matter of fact. Oh, Jeanette, the link is for an electric pencil sharpener. It's not supposed to. Let me even check here, but I just shortened the link. No, here it's opening normally. Maybe it's a location thing. Let me check. Maybe it's trying to direct you to the Brazilian site. Yeah. Try now. I put it, the second link I just put is the UK link, Janet. So if you want to check it, you can. But I do believe in Annika. She did some really thorough testing in her Jupiter Earth, and that would be a good option too. So maybe just wait for Chris to paste Char's affiliate link for her Jupiter Earth one. Okay, these are the Harmonious in Pastel by Castle Arts. And I will, let's do it this way. So this is Castle Arts, and I'm going to paint this leaf here, just so we can test it. How it feels, I will try to describe it, but I make no promises. Seaweed and bay leaf, and I want angelic. Yes, you can post in the Discord as well. And then Chris can just paste it here on the chat. Oh, it's it's better than I thought. I thought it would be way worse. Oops. I hope I didn't bump the camera with my forehead. And this time I'm not super layering. I used 10 something layers here, 10 or 11 layers. And here I'm doing the opposite. I'm just going straight in and blending to see how it goes. Oh, it's not that bad. I thought it would be worse. Sometimes the metal sharpener is the common graphite pencils or pegs of drawing tools. Oh, you have a whole slew of pencils. Oh yes, Lucy, go ahead and do that. Duh. I managed to follow outside the line. Outside the lines. How did I do that? I do not know. I have the Prismacolor pencil sharpener, Mandy, and I only use it for my ink tints, surprisingly or not. Because I like the short point for my ink tints. But most of the time, I recommend electric ones. Especially if you like coloring exclusively with pencils, because they will wear out your wrist over time. Um, and I only get the Prismacolor one if they are cheap for you. If they are not, I would recommend getting a makeup sharpener. Yeah, this is the darkest one. I actually like how this is going. I thought it would be worse. Did you get to try those, Audrey? I'm doing really heavy-handed here. Cool has the best one, but also M&R has really it's not necessarily the best one, but it's one of the best ones, and M&R is also really good, and they both have replaceable blades. You can just buy the blade. If any one of you are already on the Discord server, you can get the link from there. But Chris, if you can paste it on the chat, I'll be really grateful. I do want. Hold up. Okay. It's not that bad. Not that bad at all. Thank you for the company, Millie. Thank you for dropping by. Have a wonderful time with you guests. Bye. I keep confusing seaweed with bay leaf. Okay. This one, I'm doing really light layers, but I don't expect to be able to fit like 12 layers or 10 layers like I did with the other one because it's clearly waxier. For pastels, Chris, I like the Derwent pastel sharpener, or I just sharpen with a blade. because sometimes they will not take anything else other than the blade, depending on the type of pastel pencil. Mandy, yes, I know Black Widows. I have them and I absolutely hate them. But this is just me. That doesn't mean the pencils are bad. It's one of those pencils that either you love them or you hate them, and I hate them. I just, it's not that they're bad, they're not bad, but they are, to me, they are so expensive that it's just not worth it. You know, if I'm going to buy a mid range expensive pencil, I will get a Woman because I can get them open stock. Technically, you can get them open stock if you go to the Facebook page and speak to the owner of the company, but it's from Australia, so I'm going to have to pay shipping. So to me, it's not worth it. But I know a lot of people like them. I think even Annika likes them. But I don't. I just think they are overhyped. But they are good pencils, you know? I would say buy a skin tone set from them if you are interested in trying, because they're smaller and usually cheaper. And if you don't like them, you can sell it, you know? Why would I yell at you, Chris? It makes perfect sense. I use my makeup, it's not my makeup because I don't wear makeup, but it's a makeup sharpener. I use it for my new colors, the larger hoe and the smaller one for um what's it called? For my pastel pencils sometimes. Any handheld sharpener, not the crank handle one. A regular handheld should be enough, but the idea behind the makeup sharpener is because they can do short points similar to what Prismacolor does, kind of like Tagore does as well. I love Black Widows, but I got them for a very good deal on Mercari. Coloring Bumblebee loves Black Widows. Yes, Jess loves her Black Widows. Someone else does too. I think Annika. Yes, to me the Toggle would cost twice as much as the Prismacolor sharpener, so I just got the Prismacolor sharpener. But I have a someone similar to the Toggle. It also has the thing where you select the length and the angle of the sharpen. I do not know Kim. Well, I don't buy from Mercari, but I have a similar issue with some marketplaces. Yes, Amazon's been an idiot to Chris, and they've been an idiot to the only person they should not be an idiot to. Well, not the only one, but come on, it's Chris. I want this one actually. Is this bay leaf? No, this is seaweed. I'm doing it in a very weird angle here because I will bump against the mic and the phone that I'm using to record if I don't twist a bit sideways. I have to laugh, Chris, because oh my god. Baby Maker um it's the name of an exercise that people do at the gym. So funny that you called it. Oh god. Can't. What I am noticed is that it doesn't blend that easily. How did you feel, Adri, about the color on your book? I don't remember. I watched your video. I just don't remember them all. But I think you tested color here as well. But Mandy, you were talking about Black Widows. I like color better than Black Widows. Oh, you mean these view? I do that to all my pencils. These are not intense. They're an artist, but I do that to all of my pencils, including my Inktense, which I've got one here. The Inktense is slightly chubbier than the artist, although this is the old one, so I still used to do it by hand back then. But I have them on my Ko-fi shop. It's free if anyone is interested. The printable PDF, I mean. Just make sure you print in a sticky sheet that you can actually um, color on. If you're looking for budget pencils, maybe I would recommend the Harmonia set because it has a lot of dark colors, and sometimes, like with colors, you think you have a really dark color, and then you get a really, really dark color, and you realize it wasn't that dark. YouTube in general's art works with the skinny pastel pencils. None of the sharpeners in hand work for contact pencils, unfortunately. Not even the makeup pencil sharpener, or is your makeup pencil sharpener the one with two holes? Because usually the one with the thicker hole fits the contact pencils. I sharpen my contact pencils on a makeup sharpener. Jess. Yay. Just to make you happy, Jess. The other Jess is here. Yay! It's just me. Yay! Sorry, guys. Yes, I know. Oh, it's okay, Niv. Saturdays are for you to do whatever feels the chillest and most relaxing for you. So if you need to relax, relax. Rest up and look away, girl. Um, if anyone don't know, I wasn't here in that in the last stream. My aunt got me a bumblebee, a plushy bumblebee, and of course I named her Jess Bee. Because why wouldn't I? Adri, I don't know if it works the way I think it does, but Jess is here, she can correct me. Usually, at least this is what I heard Lindsay talking about, Lindsay from Lindsay the Frugal Crafter, that usually you shouldn't post two videos in the same day because that would like split the attention or not too close to one another because that would split the attention of your audience or something. I don't know. I don't know if I'm remembering correctly, but I heard that. And I have no idea if I'm correct though. Oh great, I'm having the hiccups. Chris, try a box cutter. Just to see if the core will not break, because if even with the box cutter it breaks, then the core might be broken inside. I am going to use this one. This is a warm grey in light sienna. No, I want yellow ochre. Or do I want this? No, I want chocolate. I'm using my tiny pencils because they're just laying here. And why not, you know? Well, they're actually not bad. Oh, yes. Ooh, do you have a date for your Lulu Mayo Day Long live stream, Jess? Oh, I really want to color. I really like Lulu Mayo, but I do find it hard to color on, so sometimes I just don't when I totally should. Oh, Mandy, I really don't like Crayolas, but it's not that it's not that they're bad. It's just where I am, they are so expensive because they don't exist in stores here that they're not worth it for me. Um, and I don't like them because they're too expensive for what they deliver. But then again, this is a problem in my area, not all areas. Trying to add some texture and see how the paper behaves here. They don't. And the reason for that is because the one who manufactures Crayola is actually Faber-Castell, and they're manufactured here. So, in order not to compete with Faber-Castell, they have an exclusivity um, of the market account because they would not release something that compete with themselves for a different brand, you know. So, because Faber-Castell in Brazil is the one that manufactures those, that's why they usually don't sell here. And I would have to import them. And if I'm gonna import Panto, it's not gonna be Crayola. And I also do not like their sleazy. What I feel was a bit of a sleazy tactic, marketing tactic. Because I bought when I was in the US, I bought the Crayola version for adults. They did release a pencil, a 50 set of pencils for adults. And my cousin, she bought a Crayola set for herself. She's a young back then she was a young child. And after I tested, I realized that it was the exact same. They're not the same company. Crayola hired Faber-Castell to manufacture the pencils for them, but it's their formula. They gave the formula to Faber-Castell, the Brazil company, because they have factories in German, China, and Brazil, and I think somewhere else that I forgot, Singapore maybe. And they chose the Faber-Castell Brazil to do them for them. But they're not the same company. Faber-Castell just manufactures for them, but the formulas are not the same, not even the core. Nothing is the same. It's just like the Black Edition is different from everything else. They even have a separate place in the factory for the Super Soft, aka Black Editions. And then within that department, they have two sections: the Black Edition that is export, which is triangular, and the Super Soft, which is the Black Edition for the local market in Latin America, which is the the super soft, which is round barrel. Chris, you just need time, girl. You're gonna get more content and more subs. Uh, I cannot even believe that in 3 months, no, we're in June, July, August, September. In 4 months, I will be, I'll have an year of a channel, and I'm like, what? I'm really impressed that I managed to stick this long. Yes, Black Edition has neon colors in it, but I hate them. I love the Black Edition, all of them, except for the neon colors. But I typically don't like neon colors. Yeah, similar for me, Chris. I only opened that thing to post videos. Like I said, my boyfriend came to me and said, "You got over 500 subscribers for a while ago." I was like, "I do?" I had no freaking clue. So the Derwent drawing is not as good as I expected. I mean, I didn't expect it to be good because I know, and I mean in this paper, Derwent drawing is my favorite pencils. But in this paper, the paper is a bit finicky, so I was quite sure it would not be great, and it's true, it's not great. Derwent drawing. And I'm gonna put an X. The whole line I liked. Granted, it's a bit texture, but I liked it. And obviously, with the blender, the pencil blender, and the solvent, it's good. So I'm gonna give a check on this one. Yes, I always test the pencils in a page like this or in a test your page before I go in full on choosing the page to color. Charles says, "We've got 10 thumbs up that I can see. Please don't forget to like." Oh, thank you, thank you. Yes, I will really appreciate all the likes you can give. I appreciate it a whole lot. So that's okay. And the castle mode is okay too. It's definitely not that bad. Not as bad as I thought it would be. I'm making a heck of a mess here. I'm going to put back my stubby doing drawings. Let me see how much time I got. You know who I'm missing? I'm missing Nessa. She didn't show up today, but I know it's because she's getting ready to travel because she's going to Barbados. Well, I usually just when I what I call break ground into a book, I'll usually pick a page I don't care too much for, and I color. So that's me testing the pencil, you know. Because if I absolutely hate it, I will not be sad about it. Oh God, I'm gonna need to sharpen those. But usually I swatch my pencils first, right? So I have a pretty good idea how they behave. I mean, if they are layering pencil, if they are smushing pencil, and so on. I need to learn to test the pencils. I swatch my pencils, just haven't tested them. Oh, what is the update, Chris? That's very display test on collaboration. I don't even use it for that. I do posts from my YouTube app because you can't do it with Studio and upload videos from my laptop, and streams just stay on YouTube by themselves. I do everything in my phone because usually I edit my videos right before I go to bed. I'm in my bed and editing a video, or I'm waiting for a doctor's appointment and I'm editing a video. So I do everything on my phone or my tablet. Editing, I leave to my tablet because my phone is usually full. But I usually carry my tablet around anyway, so I don't do anything in my computer other than stream. And I use an app to turn my phone into a webcam so I can stream. By the way, Chris, I don't know if you were in Jess's last live stream. I think you were, but I was about to tell you that she had recommended an app, VLLO, I think that's what's called, and it's a pretty good app. Even Audrey is now using that one, but I don't know if there's desktop version, but it is very easy to use and free. You can upgrade to premium if you want, but you don't have to. Oh, okay, okay. I'm thinking that harder pencils work best in this paper. Ooh, I like this. Okay, I like this. Wow, okay. These perform better than I thought because if this is a finicky paper, this is a finicky pencil. Then when artist is usually if my polychromos was good in one paper, then my pro colors would be good in that same paper. So would my Holbeins, and so would be my Pablos. Even though I only have one Pablo, literally one pencil. No, I have two. I have a black and a pink. But you know, usually they all go well together. And the harder pencils work better. Yeah, this is really good. Much better than the drawing pencils in it. Definitely approved. Let me see how I can layer. One, two layers, three layers, four layers, five layers, six, seven, eight, nine, 10 layers. Yeah, it's pretty good. Yes, I just kept thinking that I wanted to tell you about the software just recommended, but I don't know if there's desktop because I don't use my desktop for that. I should, but I really don't like it. I like to be on the go because most of the time I'm at the clinic, or at least I'm in my garage doing it. I did get this recognition of their own pencil. Antiquary Splendor, Blender, Wink of Stella, Tegal, Water of Clear Glossy Accents, Darius Songs, The Time Guardian, Little Mini Iron from Wrinkly Watercolor Pages. That's actually interesting. A tiny mini iron. Never in my life had it occurred to me though. This is my Holbein again. I just want to draw a little bit of a shadow here. Again. Did anyone try watercolor in this book? And what were your experiences with it? Okay, I missed something. What is so cute, Chris? Oh, this is actually good to know, Kim. Thank you. Oh, oh, it's really cute. It's really tiny. Post a picture on the Discord server so we can check it out. I need my black or my blue gray, maybe. Yeah, I'm gonna go with my black. Okay, it looks like 12 layers is the limit. Starting to get slippery here. Okay, I'm officially curious. Let's see. I don't even know what is the size of my mouse. My mouse, I mean. Yeah, mine is 4.1 inches. So yes, it's a bit larger than my. Just so I have an idea of the size. It's pretty nice. I never iron a page in my life. I don't even iron my clothes. So I don't think I'll have the patience to iron a page. Let's check the Discord picture. Oh, it has. Oh my goodness, this is so cute. There is a smiley face in front. I can't believe this. Yeah, Jess, exactly. But okay, now I'm rethinking this, Jess, because let me hold up. Yes, it has a smiley face. I'm like, what? If you want to check it out, Jess, the Discord link is there. And he has a smiley face. Oh my goodness, it's so cute. You need to get a profile picture, Chris. Here. I don't know if anyone can see this, but it's such a tiny little thing. Look, it has a smiley face on it. Is it corded? Or do you need a what is this? Do you need a is it rechargeable or something? I don't know. Oh, it's really cute. Oh, there's a cord, okay. It's really tiny, I know. Can you imagine this, Mandy? This is the size of the thing. Like, what is it originally made for? For you to iron socks or ties or, you know, underwear? I don't know. Why would anyone iron with something this tiny that isn't paper? I mean, I think Lightfest was not in the list that Adri tested, was it? I think we can test Lightfest later just to see. how this is going. Of course, I'm testing something really small here just to see how the paper takes it. I'm not doing a full-on picture. But bear in mind, I'm very light-handed, okay? I usually my drawings take 10, 15 layers, so little melt beads, quilting squares. Oh, it's a craft iron. I had no idea craft irons were a thing. I had no clue. Let's try. Yep. This one. Is this the one I want? No, this is the one I want. Let's try it again, so. Well, it's a pleasant thing to do, Kim. Now, iron is never going to be a pleasant thing to do. Hi, Amy. Welcome to the Fox Den. This is my odorless minnow spirit. It's a bunch of cotton, and the reason why it's all dark is because I used a lot of black last time, but it doesn't transfer. I put a cotton balls in just so I don't get too much, and then I just dab inside just a tiny bit. No need to get too much. I'm gonna get a paper towel. Find one. Yeah. Just to make sure it's not too much. And I'm going to blend it to see how this goes. Yeah, it's working pretty well. We iron my clock. I have to admit, I feel tempted, but I know I'm not going to use it. I'm not going to use a tiny wee iron. I don't use them ever. I grew up with Faber-Castell red wax pencils, and they are really hard. And if you don't layer, you are not going to get any out of them, any pigment out of them. So you need to learn to layer. So that's how I ended up being a layerer, becoming a layerer, actually. So this is Midnight Blue. This is Ash Blue, Midnight Blue, and Kingfisher Blue, and Turquoise Blue. I'm just putting my stuff away. Let me see. So we tested the artist pencils, the harmonious pencil, the pastel pencils. These are, oh, this is my Holbeins. Let me put away my pencils here. This is 10. one's here. Yellow ochre is here. Brown. Sand. This is black and sepia. I need to do my swatches for these, for my Holbeins. These leaves here were Castle Art, Harmonious, and Pastel. Because I keep them in the same. Blanchito! Blanchito! That's a really good one. Yes, really good one. Adri, you iron all of your clothes. Oh my god. How do you even find the time to do that? What other pencils we have? Let's see. Oh gosh. Over. Pretty much so, yes. Hi Polly, welcome to the Fox Den. I'm back from work and Jess also recommended VLLO for editing and that's what I'm using now. Really like 24 minutes edit out of 50, getting there. Yes, I downloaded it already, but I have a video to edit for tomorrow, so yes, I will try that one. What am I going? I'm going to test this as a maybe a blueberry. Let's get sapphire blue from Color. Gray blue. No, I need a more blue. I need a purplish blue, ultramarine. I did the same with my colors here with the swatches, with the name, number, and the color, just so I always know where they go back in place. Yes, my grandma is very horrified. I don't iron shit. I just don't. Just not my thing. Light blue. And the important part for me on my swatches is this. Look at what is here versus what is here. It's completely different. I want black. No, I want a deep green gray. This one. Deep greenish gray. I could iron with Planchito. Yes, it's true. I suppose I could too, Audrey, but I will not iron. I just refuse. I already feel hot all the time. If I iron something, I will be sweating before the first layer of the cloth is properly ironed. I definitely don't have enough patience for that. To be sweating on top of my clothes before I put them on. Yeah, this looks okay here too. Oh, thank you, Chris. Thank you. Yes, Amy, I'm just like that. I use the hair dryer on cold to dry my hair and my body. My size is 4.5 char in the US. Yes, Kim, I do exactly that. I put that on the wrinkle. My machine is wash and dryer all in one, and I just wash them, dry them, and leave them in the vapor cycle because the vapor cycle is the dewrinkling. I just get them out of the machine, just swish them, and into the closet they go. I do line dry my clothes as well, but only in the summer because it's impossible to dry anything in my city in the winter. Unless you have like a huge yard, you can line clothes. You can line the clothes up. Great grands. Wow. My great grandfather on on my paternal grandmother's side, he was 6'4", but which is almost 2 meters, I think. Yes, Kim, in the south. Have a lady to help me every other week. She does the complicated items and deep cleans my apartment. Oh, that's nice. There is a lady that comes in and help me, but she only comes every 3 or 4 months, and she helps me with the windows and um with some deep cleaning, like for example my garage. I vacuum and I actually the garage I sweep, I don't vacuum, but I don't remove everything that is stored in the garage to deep clean unless she's here to help me. Thank you for being here, Yolanda. Have a great night. I have no idea what time is it over there. Charles says, don't recommend monsters to be tall, even 6 foot. You miss out on childhood. However, I did get to babysit 14-year-old at 10 because I was taller than them and started walking early to afford stuff. Yes. Um, I agree, but I was working when I was 13 to 14, and I'm keychain sized, so no one really cared about my size. Um, Let me see. I line dry because I don't have a tumble dryer. Should replace the washing machine with a two-in-one. Catch a little bit of your steam. Oh, thank you for being here, Polly. Oh, we're gonna have a bubble bath. Oh, that's delicious. Oh, great, awesome. Have a nice bubble bath. Nice rest. Yeah, it's definitely not affordable here. I pay her 200 200 reais, which would be how many? It's 250 actually. Divided by. Oh, it's equivalent of $50 that I pay her. But think that in buying power here in my country, it's 5 times more. And what I pay her is, in terms of minimum wage, um, for to be here once every 3 months, of course. Let me see. I pay her 1/5 of a minimum wage, so it's definitely not little. And I also pay her transportation because that's the law. Walking laws in Brazil are very strict, and food, and that's not included in the amount I pay her for the day. That ID had one till they told me. I just thought I had bad heartburn, so I'm assuming it was a wee one. Oh gosh. Did they tell you if that was due to a clot in the heart attack? Or just a vascular burst or something? Just. It's definitely not just, but anyway. Kim, I wish help was affordable here, but the cost of living is too high. Yes. You in Michigan, right, Kim? Or are you not in Michigan? I don't know. I'm starting to not being able to recall where everyone's from. Yes, Amy, similar here to me. Okay, I'm still not too bad in my remembrance. Hi, Chrissy. Hello. Oh, you also in Michigan, Mandy? Oh, we got two from Michigan tonight. Cheaper here than other places, but I just mean the cost of living. Yes, it's true. But in Brazil, it's even higher. I mean, minus the healthcare part and the education part. Because we can have, um, it's just our taxes are really high. Just for income tax, it's like a quarter of your pay, plus all the taxes for a lot of things like services and other stuff. But we do have free healthcare, universal free healthcare. However, it is an overloaded system because it's 300 million people. It's a lot of people. So there is a supplementary system that you can pay for elective procedures, which I do. So that also adds up. And medication is usually not included unless it's a life-threatening medication, which is this what happens with me. And we have public education plus public higher education. So I went to school, I didn't pay a dime. The same for my master's. Let me see how much time I have. Oh, okay, we got like 15 minutes. Chrissy, what's up? How are you feeling? How are you doing? What are you coloring? You know, I have no idea. How much is the income tax? Because here it's if you get up to 4 minimum wages, you are exempt of income tax. What? 30%? For income tax, here the highest amount is 27.4%, and that is if you get more than 10 minimum wages. Oh, yes, it varies by state. Okay. The same thing here, Adri. Do you know, uh, after a certain threshold, I think after 25 minimum wages, it doesn't matter how many more zeros you add, it will still be 27% roughly. And the bad part is for everything else, for property taxes and everything else, also investment money doesn't count as income tax, only what you get through work. If it's an investment, if it's rent, if you have a bunch of properties, and then you will get like I think 2%, if I'm not mistaken. So if you're really rich, you have a lot of exemptions, a lot of, you know. The link to Annika. Let me check. It usually shows up here for me. Let me see. Where is it? Oh, here, copy. Hmm. Yeah, it's the same here. Oh, you already did it. Thank you, Chrissy. Michigan's income tax is 4.25. Oh, it's actually not that high. Oh, but is it federal one? You pay income tax after retired? Here in Brazil, only public servants pay income tax after retired. Every other regular worker doesn't have to pay income tax after you retire. You become exempt. Even if you max out the threshold for the amount of money you're going to get out of Social Security. We have a 15% tax that is state tax, but it's not income based, it's consumer based. So it's 50% for things that come from out of state or out of the country, it doesn't matter. Yes, Amy. Workers get retirement contributions tax free once they retire. Oh, yes. And in Brazil, all the taxes for products are already in the product if the product is here, like in the store. You will only pay the ICMS, is what it's called, if you are bringing something out of state or out of the country. Let me see. And also, now it was just approved an exemption for everything that is basic food, like vegetables, rice, lean cheap cuts of meat, mostly chicken, I think. Um, I'm not sure, but I think so. Those are now going to be exempt of the tax. Property is something that are really high, yeah, in terms of taxes. Um, so they don't pay tax on their retirement savings. They don't pay tax when it comes to retirement income. Uh, no, because the retirement fund is compulsory. You don't even get to the money to pay it. You the money goes to your account and immediately is discounted by the government. Your that particular amount that is embedded in all of the taxes, the social security contribution. So that is your social security contribution. It's not a tax per se, is a percentage of your gain for that month. And it's not much, is around 4%. And then when you retire, you don't need to make that contribution anymore. And you just get back all the money you put into the state. You know, and as a form, as a kind of like a monthly paycheck thing. And it doesn't end. It's not like, oh, in 10 years you'll be run out of money. No, you're going to receive that to the day you die. Yes, Kim is the same here. We have to renew license plates, we have vehicle taxes, but depending on your health situation, on if you care for an elderly person, you can be exempt from those taxes. Either an elderly or disabled person, you are exempt of those taxes. You're also exempt from state taxes, the ICMS, if what you bought was a car. Like, let's say a car is assembled in São Paulo state, it will be brought to Paraná to be sold. There is ICMS in it, but you will get that discounted when you purchase if you are disabled or elderly. Wow, that's a lot. It's almost like double dipping, like they're double dipping on people's finances over there. Here, there are some things that are what I call double dipping, but they are reducing this exponentially over time because they are mashing together some fees and taxes so you don't end up paying twice the same thing, like healthcare, for example, because the healthcare comes from an income tax, and that's it. We don't have something separate for that. Oh, okay. Private pensions are not common here. Most people invest in real estate if they want to have a private pension fund. Private pensions here are not worth it because you can buy government titles and they will usually be more profitable than private pensions. So you can buy either real estate titles or government titles, and they usually profit much more. It's 14. I really thought it was more actually. Here is 9%, I believe, or it was last year. This year, I'm not sure how things are going, but I do know some money, extra money, is being sent there here because of certain things that were said to our country governor and veiled threats. Not gonna get into that. It wouldn't be banned. Yeah, here it's like this. The pension is if you are a regular employee, like in a store or in a factory, your pension will be equivalent to what you receive as a paycheck. So you will receive the same that you received as a worker when you retire. So that was three minimum wages, you are gonna get back three minimum wages, and so on. There is a threshold, but if you have, like me, I have my own clinic, so I have to contribute for myself. And that means I can contribute a certain amount. There is the minimum that would be equivalent to when I retire, I'll get minimum wage. Yeah, something is similar happened here, Amy, but it's not that bad here. But if I want to get like minimum wage when I retire, the pension, then I'll have to contribute the minimum amount. If I contribute like the maximum amount, which is I think 25%, which would be equivalent to 8 minimum wages, I think, or 7 minimum wages. So, which means that when I retire, I will receive the equivalent 7 minimum wages or whatever I do, you know? I can choose how much I will put in as a person who is autonomous, that I work for myself. And let me see. Employment and personal plans, yes. Yeah. Thank you, Chris. Our state retirement here, age, in my case, is a federal age of retirement, and it changes for woman or man, and it change depending on what kind of job you make. If your job is a dangerous one, then you will retire much later. America's in the thread. Do not answer this. Sorry, I did not understand. Ah, okay. A lot for folks who don't live in the United States, guess what the current U.S. federal minimum wage is? Yes, we do. It has been a bit dismantled, Amy, because in the previous government, they allowed for any employee to become autonomous. So you have to be the one making the contributions yourself, other than the employer. Oh yes, there's that. When this part of the Social Security is paid, there is a part that is paid by the employer. Half of it is paid by the employer, and the other half is paid by us monthly. Oh yes, and that thinking about the waiters here, it's illegal. They need to receive a minimum wage and the tips. So I pay, for example, 4%, and my employer pays 8 for a total of 12 of my salary per month. Yes, here is half and half, is 7% for each. And it's funny because right now I have no idea, but here we do not calculate by the hour, we calculate by month. So in Brazil will be the equivalent to 1700 in our current in our local currency. But states have different regulations, right, Kim? Because when I was in New York, and that was like 15 years ago, I got paid like $8. No, nine, 9.25 an hour, I think, and that was way back then. Unless that hasn't been updated in forever, which okay, okay, that makes sense. All right, but I wonder, this probably hasn't been updated. Yes, we do that too here, Amy. My state minimum wage is higher than the federal minimum wage, but some states just use the federal wage. Yes, I calculated per hour we would be 11 in my local currency. 11 Brazilian reais. So that would be similar to what is in the UK. Well, that explains it because that's pretty much the year I was there. So that actually explains a lot. That's terrible. I mean, even here, the the increases in wage here are really low, but they happen every year. But they're ridiculously low, like cents per hour low. Can you imagine, Jess, that I earned that pretty much that a little bit over that, like let's say £7 an hour back when I was in New York. And New York was an expensive city. I lived with three Irish people, one from Jersey, one from India, and one from I never know where because I completely forgot. And that was 15 years ago. And that's the only way we could afford rent. Yes, the same here. Every 2 years here, there is a 2 or 4 years, it depends. But every 2 or 4 years, there is a small readjustment. Okay, everyone, let's hop to Annika's stream, and I'll see you there. Bye. Hit the like button on your way out. Welcome to my channel. Welcome to my live. Super happy to see that we have some people here already. So who's here? Uh, I saw Nestle's challenge to make the live at 5 hours. I was like, maybe or close enough. So hi Kim, hi Auntie, hi Lucy, hi Amy. Who else? Who else can I see? Am I missing somebody? If I am, I humbly apologize. Oh, I should actually put the chat doc out so I can actually see the chat properly.
I only had the screen chat up. Sorry. So hi Wendy. Who else?